Nexus Blitz is League of Legends subreddit's favorite game mode, and after incessant begging, it is finally back after, oh god, how long this... It's been 3 years, 4 years now, hasn't it? It has been quite a while. And now that it's back, what better way to celebrate it than to cast one? I haven't actually played this patch yet. I have played Nexus Blitz on PvE. I have played Lilia on PvE. But now that both of those things are live, and both are things that I really want to play as well, I haven't actually gotten the chance to do it. I imagine I'll get a chance either later today or just very soon. But before I actually jump in and play, I have some free time. Not enough free time to play a game, but enough free time to watch a game. Not sure if that makes sense. There's a chance that this cast won't even be uploaded. If I have to step away during the middle, then I'll just scrap this recording. But if I don't have to step away and actually do cast this game to its completion, then I'll upload it. When I don't have that certainty of whether or not I can sit through a whole game, I don't play. So right now, I'm not sure if what I'm doing right now will even finish. But regardless, we're going to jump right into it and start casting a game. It's still the good old Nexus Blitz we love, just with a new fresh coat of paint. It does look pretty nice. I do want to say the vibrant colors, like the vibrant color theme, doesn't really suit the game, because we're more used to the more heavy grain color, like the heavy green tone of Summoner's Rift, whereas this, it looks pretty and vibrant and all that, but it also looks kind of cartoony. I'm not sure if I'm into a style like this, but I am sure like other people will say that this is a really good looking map, and you know, in some ways I do agree. I guess my only complaint with this skin of the map is that it's probably a little bit too bright for my liking. One common criticism I've heard is that this map skin actually makes League look like a mobile game. And I can kind of see why. It looks very arcane, looks very mystical. Some of the doodads look a little bit low res. So I can see why that complaint comes up. But for me, I guess my only gripe with this map is that it's too bright for my liking. I guess I'm too used to... Oh no. I guess I'm too used to the default. Now the meta is still going to be 3 lane 2 jungle. In fact, Rito enforces this meta. Oh, that's a new move. Blue buff does this huge punch. Oh my god, that's Vi's health bar. She just lost half her health bar off that, and there it is. An early engaged Teemo. He doesn't have anything here. He will have to blast Cole and run away. That's going to get him out safe and sound for now. Ari's worth the session and mid, so it's going to be a 2 jungle, 1 mid, 2 bot setup for both teams. It's been years since we played this mode. I don't even know the meta. I'm not sure if this is the meta. It looks to be. But this is a very roam heavy game mode. It is a very skirmish heavy. Games end fast. Games snowball super fast. I don't actually know the stats on how many percentage of teams win if they win the first event. I had to imagine it's higher than like 60-70%. Because this game will snowball so hard. One reason why I personally played way less Nexus Blitz towards the tail end of Nexus Blitz period of time of existence is I found the game mode to be too snowbally. Where if one bad thing goes for your early game, oftentimes there's nothing you can do to recover, just because of the nature of the game. They do institute counterplay, like champions on fire take more damage by dealing more, and it's kind of reward for going on the kill streak. Now, personally, the most efficient way to play this game is to just get more damage. Taking more damage is almost not consequential in quite a few cases. So what ends up happening is quite a bit of a snowball effect. Now 2.5 minutes in without kills is pretty quiet so far, but the Rengar, he might be the first to go. He's gonna pounce on the Teemo, flashing back in the brush, but he cannot get another jump. Teemo will claim first blood here on the red team. But the red buff, he's still angry. He's smacking away. Vi will turn, and here comes Set, which is a better Vi. He is going to pull back the Thresh. The Haymaker goes out for the punch. Flash forward. The Set will clean up here. The Ahri happens upon the scene of the crime, but she's staring down at Set, and Set is more than happy to brawl out with her in that little choke point. He will kill a plant and start eating the graves, while Ahri is just tossing her ball at him the whole time. But that will be a 2-for-2 overall. The goalie's still dead even. The first event happens at 4 minutes in. It's just 40 seconds left until the first event happens. For laners, they really want to focus on hitting level 6 for this first event, and there it is. Both mid laners hit it. Bot lane needs to hurry up as well. The junglers, they're still fighting over this red buff, and Thresh is going to be the one to get it. Teemo will receive a share as well. The first event does pop up. It is going to be Scuttle Racing. Seth will come in with the Haymaker to drag back the Thresh. That's going to be a very good kill. 18 seconds away from the event. Who will be the best at this? Both teams have a Thresh. One team is jungling with his. Thresh is pretty good for this game mode because you can actually CC the crab and pull him back more and more. Whichever team gets in position first seems like they will be in the advantageous position. It is now 4 minutes. The event has started. Ready, set, start your engines. The red team Scuttle is already taking a pounding, and now really Seth can just stand back, Facebreaker, pull him back a little bit. They are handily winning this. Thresh just has to walk into the Scuttle, flaying him back, and right now blue team Scuttle off to a roaring lead, but the Brand, he's taking care of the clump. He's sent the Pyroclasm flying, and the curtain call comes down. The Kindred ultimate was very premature, and she now has nothing left to protect, and the team fight now breaks out, but the Thresh is still controlling the blue team crab. Vi uses her ultimate on the red team crab. I'm not sure if that was worth it. Jin is gonna come in and clean up. Vi did not use it on a champion. You don't need to ult the crab, Vi. Take down the champions and the crab will lose automatically, and right now with that team fight loss, blue team gets completely routed, and now red team reasserts their position into the racetrack, and their Scuttle hurriedly climbing to the end. Blue team's respawns are coming in now hard and fast, but there are shrooms now along the blue team Scuttle. This is like that scene in SpongeBob where Gary the snail just collapses at the starting line and he trips over a mushroom on his way out, and red team Scuttle, they will handily win this unless the Thresh can pull him back. He does stop the Scuttle dead in his tracks, but the flay, where was he flaying? They need to get this. There's no delay. The Facebreaker didn't land on it, and the BF shield, easily one of the best buffs rewards in the game, goes over to red team with such a large health buffer. They basically instant free win the next team fight. This shield is not to be trifled with. And now blue team, they have a hell of a task ahead of them. Red team has such a large health buffer. I will say, since a few years ago when this game mode first came out, if you have a Blitzcrank or if you have a Renekton that can EMP down the shields, this reward will get nullified. But they don't. So BF shield is still really strong. Unless they specifically patch the game so that Renekton, Empower W, and Blitzcrank Ultimate cannot break this shield. That will still make it really good, but I had to imagine this is just a typical shield. It just lasts forever. So if an EMP ability does exist, I had to imagine that they won't get to keep it. I haven't personally tested it. Maybe that's something I should test. Just pick Blitzcrank and hope we lose an event and hope they get BF shield to see if I can break it with EMP. Although I feel like that's a little bit of a cynical draft if I've ever seen one, drafting to lose. Now red team, they are ahead to a little bit of a lead, and the Ahri is gonna pick out the Vi. The Vi is gonna assault the battery, but she's under the tower and she's gonna be a very quick kill. The Seth finds himself in the middle of a 1v5. He needs to try to get out, but he's stunned on the blast cone. He cannot kill it. That is gonna be 2 bodies on the ground here for blue team, and the snowball has begun. It's not impossible to come back from such a snowball situation, but it is so much harder. League in recent years has gotten more and more difficult to come back from just because of so many early game mechanics that can just accelerate the game far too fast for a team that's behind to catch up. Nexus Blitz is sure a shining example of that. These turrets have turret plating now as well. It's been so long I can't remember if the first iteration of Nexus Blitz had plates. I had to imagine no, because plates are a very recent addition comparatively. But all of this just adds to, if you get a gold lead once, chances are you're not letting go of that for a while. And the Vi is gonna triple shroom our way in, oh no! And now can they fight this? The Ahri is here, the damage is there. All of these champions, they're playing this with farm favor, man. Look at this roster, Ahri, Teemo, Thresh, all of them can't gain favor from the Spring Blossom event. Even a Kindred. Why else would somebody that's not me intentionally play Kindred? Oh, the Lamb's Respite does go down and saves the Seth's life, but only for a little while. He does juke the hook, but he cannot juke the death. And he will be taken down here. It is now 5-12. Blue team cannot catch a break. They haven't actually killed a body. And now, just a few more seconds to go until the next event comes in. The new event DPS check. Now both teams have to damage a single dummy, which is way easier for red team right now. They have the map. They have the positive push. And the Kindred pre-flashes the Seer, but Brand misses it anyway. He's gonna duck into the brush, and the Pyroclasm comes out. Lamb does not have Lamb's Respite, but luckily, the fireballs are now bouncing to her. She dodges the Deadly Flourish. She'll be just fine. 2 seconds out, DPS check has begun. The dummy does get dropped somewhere. It gets dropped on blue team side because they are the losing team. And now the damage has begun. 4,000 on the dummy already. This is such an insane amount of burst so early on. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Red team, they're not even hitting it so far. They need to get some champions to it. It's already at 13,000 damage. Are you kidding me? That is huge. And now red team, they've set in. They want this kill. They want to get the dummy. But they're so far behind. They will kill off the Vi. Lamb will not kill off the Jin. The Wolf just barely misses the bite. The Thresh is slowing, flaying the dummy further and further back. But the set, he may have disconnected. He's standing still. He gets charmed. And now the two Threshers are pulling the dummy all sorts of ways. Red team now seems to have positive position on the dummy. The set did indeed disconnect from the game. And that means they're a man down. And red team, they have 35 seconds to outdamage blue team completely uncontested. And it does seem like they're going to get this. They've basically caught up. It's evening up now. Vi's coming in. Can she do anything? Set does reconnect, but it might be a little bit too late as now red team officially secures the DPS lead. This poor dummy is getting tossed all the way back. It's just being wailed on, and it's all red team. Blue team is too far away from it. 6 seconds remaining, and blue team, they want to hook the dummy back a bit more, but it's too little too late. Red team secures the victory. They get the reward. They get the battle sled. Oh, this is probably my second favorite reward. Back in the first iteration of Nexus Blitz, I've always thought of the two best rewards in the game are the catapult and the sled. Just things that give you so much global map presence, just an uncontestable amount of lead. The sled is definitely, I will say it's top 2, with catapult being a top 1. I think catapult's just a little bit too good. It can catapult you across about 2/3 of the map, and that's all the map control you'll ever need. And it's such a good reward. Like if I have to tier all the Nexus Blitz rewards, all the S tier rewards would be BF Shield, Sled, and Catapult. And I mean, red team just secured 2 out of 3 of those. They win the next event if the game even lasts that long. They might just get Catapult, and I'll be over the moon. Although that being said, no one's driving the sled yet. It's still back at home, slowly rocketing in its place. But blue team, oh, they chose to no longer play this game. 11.5 minutes in, they will surrender, and that was a pretty quick game. The minions are still spawning. The minions, oh, are they vibing? Oh, are we seeing this? All right, and that's gonna be that. Nexus Blitz is fun. Glad to see us back. That was just a quick little cast to get us back into it.